it's different than the US. We were just driving down the road and I saw a sign on the door. I feel like this is my home.
Hi, please tell us your name and where are you from?
Hi, I'm John Jasons. I'm from the US, small town in Massachusetts called Littleton.
What brings you down here to Thailand?
Well, I've been here for 7 years. I used to travel to Thailand back when I was in the US. I'd take my vacation to come to Southeast Asia. Thailand was always one of the countries that I always come back to, and I kind of fell in love with it. So one day I decided to come here and see what would happen, and 7 years later, still here.
You're still here, huh? Okay. And tell me, what is it that you like about Thailand? What kept you coming back here?
It's just a different vibe. You know, it's U.S. can be a little hectic, and I mean it can be hectic here too. But for me, one of the main things, honestly, was the food. Been a chef for 20-something years. Food is like my thing. I love Thai food, but not just the food. The people are great. Chiang Mai itself is just a great place to live. So.
Awesome. Any dislikes? Some things that could be better for you in the past 7 years?
Dislikes. There's always things that make you a little annoyed. You know, nobody likes going to immigration, right? But I mean, besides that, you know, it's not that bad. There's always some kind of like a little hump or hurdle that you gotta have to jump through sometimes. But generally, it's just you know, I love living here. It's been a great experience.
Okay, I think a lot of us would love to stay here long term. So how are you able to stay here 7 years? Extending your visa, or how did you do that?
Yeah, so when I first came here, I was doing the tourist visa, and I got lucky and found a job as a chef. It was like a food startup company. They needed a chef, so I was here and I could fulfill their need. So I did that for a couple of years. After that, during COVID, that whole thing kind of shut down. So I helped to open up another restaurant and bar, actually very close to here. Again, that was during COVID, so it was kind of, you know, hard to know exactly what the future held, but that stayed open for about a year, and then that closed, and then we decided to go into burgers.
Yeah, I was going to ask, is that what you do now? What do you do for a living? How do you make money?
I work here.
Okay,
this is my restaurant. I own Smash Daddies.
Okay.
Smash Daddies Burgers in Chiang Mai. We do American style smash burgers, along with milkshakes and fried chicken and all kinds of goodies.
Nice.
Yeah.
Sounds amazing.
It is.
Was it challenging opening up your own business? What were some of the most difficult things you had to overcome?
It was very challenging. There's the main challenging things would be like finding good staff. Right now, we're very fortunate to have great staff, but when you first start, you don't have resources. You don't know where to find the good people. So you basically start with Facebook, and luckily, the first few staff that we had were great. And we started with 2 people, and now we have 20. Well, almost 30 people here. So staff is probably the main thing. Just keeping up the quality of food. But as a chef, I know where I want to be. And obviously opening a place, it was hard to find a location. So we've moved into this location in November. Before that, we started as like a pop-up in a friend's bar. So we had a tiny little space for our kitchen, and we were there for 6 months, and we kind of blew up pretty quickly. Became pretty popular. So we got lucky with this place. We were just driving down the road, and I saw a sign on the door, and they had closed literally the day before. Wow. And then we took it the next day.
It was meant to be, I guess.
Yeah, exactly.
Because I noticed you're right on the main street here, so pretty nice location from, at least from my perspective. So passing by. Okay.
It's a great location. There's tons of traffic outside, so there's so many people just driving by, just seeing our shop, and we want to make it aesthetically, nice and
I noticed it's beautiful here. Honestly, I love
Thank
the
you.
colors, the cleanliness. It's simple but elegant. I can see myself just hanging out here, basically.
Yeah.
Most of your clients, like foreigners, expats, locals, what kind of clientele do you get coming?
we get everybody.
Yeah.
A lot of backpackers, foreigners coming, people who are on vacation will come. A lot of expats. The kids love us. We're really big with the families, so we cater towards a lot of the schools, the privates, like the international schools. So we'll do a lot of events with the international schools, and the kids, they absolutely love us. We have quite a good Thai clientele as well. Not to mention a lot of Korean and Chinese. So it's we get a little bit of everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what makes your place like unique? I feel like it's popular, but why is it popular?
So-
The quality of the food.
Yeah.
This is what you got going on.
So I think the uniqueness is in the fact that we use the best. It's the best quality food that we could possibly produce. I myself have been a chef for 20-something years, so I know what it takes to make good food. That's probably the main thing is the food. We strive for excellent customer service, and just to be able to come in here and feel welcome, and people love coming here for the vibe, and it's a cool place to hang out.
What about partners? You own this place by yourself? Do you have like a partner?
I have a Thai partner.
Okay.
There's actually three of us, so Thai partner, and then we have somebody with doing marketing, and I'm the food side, and we have the business side. Yeah.
That's pretty cool, man. It
Yeah.
sounds like you got it all figured out in Thailand.
Yeah.
Do you think you'll go back to the U.S. at some point, or do you think you're gonna try to make Thailand your home from now on?
Well, I feel like this is my home.
Yeah.
I do go back to the U.S. occasionally to see my family, but we have long-term plans for Smash Daddies. We don't just want to stay in Chiang Mai. We want to expand to all of Thailand.
I was gonna ask next. It seems like it could be. I love the name, by the way. It seems like it might be like some sort of like chain restaurant maybe in the future, right?
Yeah, that's the hope. That's the plan.
Okay. Any like legal boundaries when it comes to business like that? Anything you have to kind of overcome?
Legal boundaries, you just have to follow the rules, basically. That's the number one thing. A lot of, as a foreigner, some of it can be a little daunting, but we're luckily because we have our Thai, I have the Thai partner, and just all of us together make it happen.
Lastly, what is like your biggest cost? Like I'm wondering, like aside from the location, what is your biggest cost when it comes to running your business, Smash Daddies?
Biggest cost, we use high quality food.
Yeah.
So the food is, a good cost. Our beef is the best that we can possibly provide. It's not cheap to put this kind of thing together
Yeah,
as
of
well.
course.
So
Is it like a local beef, or you import from Australia or something? like that, or-
importing from New Zealand and Australia.
Very cool. I know a lot of the beef down there is delicious, right?
Yeah.
So, okay. And lastly, any advice for someone that wants to come here, either to live or open up a business like yourself? What advice would you give them?
My advice to open up to live, just first come and see if you like it.
Yeah.
Spend a couple months here. It's going to be difficult to find a job for somebody, so don't come out here expecting to find a job in Thailand.
Yeah.
Usually people who work here are working online, or maybe teachers. I was lucky in that sense. But to start a business, just have to, don't rush into anything.
Yeah.
Think everything out. It's a lot of work and a lot more than what you see behind the scenes. So you have to be able to deal properly with people, with staff. It's a different feel. It's different than the U.S., especially in restaurants. You have the typical angry chef or whatever. You can't. That doesn't fly over here in Thailand.
Well, thank you for that advice. And what's your number one seller on your menu? I'm curious. What's your best seller?
Well, our number one seller would be the Smash Daddy.
Okay.
It's the classic burger. So it's very simple, but everybody loves it. Yes.
I'll be sure to check it out myself. And I'll
Awesome.
put the link to your restaurant in the description. People can take a look.
Great. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you so much. Appreciate it. I asked about the most popular item on the menu because I wanted to try it, and I'll tell you, that was a wonderful, delicious, pure quality hamburger. And I promise you guys, this is not a paid promotion. I really want to sit down with John and ask his opinions, his advice on living in Thailand, not just as a tourist, but as someone living here long-term, working here, and see what makes him so successful. So if you guys are in Chiang Mai area, check out Smash Daddies. I've left the link in the description down below. Go ahead and say hello to John. Let him know that you saw it on Alex's channel. Anything you want to share, if you take the time to write it, I'll take time to respond. So leave your thoughts down below. And I'm going to try to do more things like this to go ahead and get ideas about people living here long-term, not just in Thailand, but in Asia in general. And if you guys are new to the channel, or if you enjoyed this video, smash that like button, smash that subscribe button. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.